Like, okay, I gotta be completely upfront and honest with this one. The fact that this killer has been left in this state for an entire year, intentionally nerfed down to F tier, no compensation for any of the player base that has her, plays her, whatever, forcing them to actually have to get used to a character that just does not exist. A power that has effects so minuscule, you are better off not going for them. The fact that they decided, you know what? Her rework is not worth it, and we're just going to do the bare minimum of buffs, just shows how little behavior values its player base. And especially its killer player base. But that's another thing entirely. The fact that they decided, you know what? Instead of this being just like, we made a mistake in her initial nerf, let's revert her back. Just that would have been fine. But I want to remind you all of another instance where this happened. So, Hillbilly at one point was nerfed because they were way too strong, and then for over a year they were left in a state of being heavily nerfed. And then when they came back, they reverted their power back to how good it used to be, and then gave them compensation buffs with overdrive. And Hillbilly was a problem. He was a genuine problem. And now he's even stronger than he was before. Skull Merchant, before they nerfed her here, was not a problem. She was a C tier at best, and because of the changes to face camping and 3-gens, she was no longer a threat in that manner. In fact, another character, Singularity, is far better at holding gens to this day, and frankly, was better even at Prime Skull Merchant. And instead of reverting her nerfs and putting her back to normal, and instead of giving her compensation buffs like Hillbilly, they are just doing the bare minimum number tweaks and saying, that's the rework, that's it, we don't want to put any effort into this. What a fucking failure of a company. What a genuine failure on every goddamn level. Just a complete and utter failure. And the worst part about it is, she is the face of this Halloween event right now. She and Felix are the two characters they decided to put skins out for. And they said, you know what? This killer, which is currently headlining this fucking event, is not worth any resources going into them, any time going into them, any amount of any effort. And the fact is, it would take no effort to just put them back to where they were fucking usable. And instead, they've decided, you know what? We give up. What a fucking joke. Spin, spin, spin to win, win, win. Oh. Oh. Alright, well, languid touch, crows make people exhausted, crowd control blocks vaults, literally not useful on this map. Nemesis makes people the obsession when I get stunned. Pain res is gen regression every time I hook a survivor for the first time. Okay. Hey! I actually hit someone with a claw trap. That's insane. That doesn't break anymore. Damn, I was hoping it would. Okay. How was I not in chase? Alright. So the reason I'm playing Skull Merchant here is no one would, and someone has to show off their cosmetics, right? Also, I wanted to discuss the fact that Skull Merchant, the rework that was allegedly going to happen, is no longer happening. They decided it was too much effort for them, and that it didn't make sense to waste resources, essentially, if to them having a character that functions was seen as a waste of resources. So they're not reverting the killer to where they were before. They're just buffing the F tier status of her. So that's fun. You gotta love behavior in their decision-making processes. You really do. So yeah, this is my my announcement of the fact that behavior just does not give a shit about their killer players. Who could have guessed? It's almost like we've been known this. I love that there was nothing I could do there. Genuinely just... From pallet to pallet, Jesus Christ. This is such a fun game. Oh, well. Nothing I can do there. No fucking clue why I randomly slowed down there. That's fine. Alright. Can we please take the one I want back? Yeah, and there's just nothing I can do about that either. It's like, okay, sorry, my bad. Oh, and everyone's healed up, that's good. There's literally just nothing I can do here. Like, it's actually just sad. Like, what... Like, it's just gonna be the same shit over and over. There's nothing I can do. Like... I don't think I will ever, like, forgive behavior for deciding, you know what? Let's make a killer. Just the literal worst in the game. Indisputed. To the point where she is unplayable. And that is our goal. And we are going to leave them in that state for I don't know, let's say over a year to work on a rework that is entirely fictional, that simply does not exist. Just does not exist, is not a real thing in the slightest. They just say, it wasn't worth it. And they're like, okay. So why are we doing this? Why did we even bother? Like, what? And why are we buffing this design instead of just going back to the design that had no problems with it in the first place? And the main issue was just the fact that people didn't want to learn them. Like, what? Why? It's so endlessly dumb. I don't understand behavior in the slightest. And I've lost 2 gens. That's fine. Like, it's not even that hard to make a rework for this character. I'm gonna be honest. You want to know how you rework this character in an effective way? Just give them Ghostface's stalk power and cameras like Singularity to stalk through. That's all you need. Literally, that is the only thing that you need to do, and it's just like, oh, okay, that's reasonable. But no. Why would we allow that? That would require smart decisions. Just fucking do anything. Nah. I can't even put 2 drones to cover an area down. Like, you're just not allowed. At this point, just permanently give her the haunts. Like, give her anything. I love that. I love the fact that you can't chase through your fucking thing. Amazing power. Just utterly awesome. No, I assure you, I'm still in chase regardless of what your dumbass thinks. Oh, that's fun. Right back to the pallet. Okay, my bad, bro. Man, just teleported back into that pallet, like, genuinely. Oh boy, I love resilience. I love, for some reason, brutal strength being bugged out, so I don't get it. That's fun. Really? Just middle of my chase, you can just remove my power. Isn't that awesome? Love the fact that we literally have a killer in this game now that's garbage because they didn't feel like it. They just didn't feel like it. Nah, you know what? We don't wanna make a rework of the killer. And instead of reverting them back, we're just gonna have them continue being bad. Why not? Why not? I got teabagged as a fucking skull merchant. Bitch, if you are actually teabagging a killer that does not have a power, if you lose against a killer that does not have a power, that one is entirely on you. Like, I'm gonna be for real. Other gates open, but hey, at least I probably get this man. Still do. I don't get them any further, though. Like, they still get this out. Alright. You telling me to go back, I will. Okay.